So, this got a DLC, and I never got the opportunity to play it, so I'm gonna play it now. Depending on how long this takes, I do have another game to play as well. We'll just have to see. I couldn't get how long the DLC was from what I looked at, but we shall see. We shall see. Alright. Seasonal worker, the art book. Let's just hop in the seasonal worker. Home safety hotline, seasonal worker. So, this is gonna be a weird one, because this is, like, Christmas themed? But it is a horror game, quote unquote. It is spook. But, yeah. I am Rebecca. This was fun when I played it originally. I'd like to report a missing sleepiness. Aw, that sucks. Still having trouble sleeping? I slept okay last night. I didn't take a nap today, surprisingly. But Nightmare Before Christmas. Yeah. I had to copy Leafy and play a not Halloween game for October. Mailbox. Welcome back. Rebecca, all of us here at Home Safety Hotlines are ever grateful for your annual service during one of our busy and most vital work weeks. While we only get to experience your talents for 1 week every year, we just want you to know you are highly valued and an important member of the family. Best of luck this year, Rebecca. We're all counting on you. Rebecca! Dog! I heard you were back in the office. You aren't going to forget about coming to say hi to your best pal Rodney from IT, are ya? I know you wouldn't dare forget. Remember, I got serious dirt on you, dog. Some of us actually remember last year's Christmas party. Oh, I must have thrown it back. Anyway, glad to see you, have you back. See you around. God, imagine, having to go into the office. Daily Twilight Report. Phenomena first sighted in Nunavut at approximately 0400 hours. Estimated proximity is around 300,000 miles, or 482,803.2 kilometers. Current risk profile, low to moderate. Alright, let's get into the spooks. Alright, let's do it. Let's open Home Safety Hotline. Let's have some dorky yell at us. 3 days until Christmas. Cheer levels 100%. So, for anybody that doesn't remember how this works, basically this game has like a bunch of cryptids, and I get a little book that tells me how to identify these cryptids, and people will call and be like, oh my god, I have a cryptid, and I have to tell them which one it is. To begin shift, clock in. Ugh. Having to clock in was awful. Started taking magnesium glycinate at the suggestion of my psychiatrist, and it seems to be helping after taking it for a while, for sleep. I think I almost got recommended that as well, when I couldn't sleep for a bit. Alright. So, we have new things. Bunch of new things. Animation, so... Oh, shit. Hello.
It is... Carol. It is good to have you back in our employ, Rebecca. Thou art a lifesaver every season, and thy yearly return is appreciated as always. I, of course, have no need to tell you how things work here, but I will remind you that we are hosting our annual office Christmas party again the day after Christmas. It would please me to see you there. We're all counting on you, Rebecca.
Okay. So I wonder if I need to pay attention. Kelsey had is her hair too, yeah. Oh my god! Leave me be.
Can you send over an electrician? Our lights keep flickering off, and we're trying to get our Christmas tree ready for when our folks arrive.
Put on hold.
Please hold.
Please hold. So which one do we think deals with lights? I wish it separated it by DLC. I'm imagining it's not antler growths. Antler growths are a family of fungi known for growing in tall, antler-like arrangements, most often seen growing on decomposing humans or mammals. Sufficiently large growth can often induce motor movement in their hosts. Antler growths are not dangerous, but the movements they induce in their chosen hosts can often result in hazardous behavior toward living creatures. such as clawing, grabbing, or biting. To prevent antler growths from occurring, it is advised to burn the remains of the deceased or to otherwise bury the deceased at least 6 feet beneath the soil. Avalanches. Avalanches are a large quantity of rapidly moving snow usually occurring in steep sloped environments, such as mountain or hills. Homeowners experiencing an avalanche often report shaking, thunderous sounds coming from above, or sudden burials. Yep. Avalanches are highly dangerous to most mammals or humans caught in their wake, as direct impact will often instantly crush or maim soft-bodied creatures. Avalanches can also quickly bury or blockade entrances to windows to a home, burying those inside. The first sign of an avalanche, homeowners are advised to stay indoors, preferably away from windows, and wait for the avalanche to pass. If buried, homeowners are advised to make contact if possible and await rescue. Homeowners can increase their chances of survival by refraining from burning away precious oxygen via starting fires or screaming. Clock? Clock are large, circular stone formations known to appear around homes during the winter. Homeowners with clock often report clear skies, a feeling of instability, and sinking. Clock are highly hazardous to homes and their inhabitants, as the ground in the center of the formation will gradually sink lower until a deep pit is formed, damaging a home's foundation in the process and preventing homeowners from leaving. Homeowners wishing to prevent damage to their home are advised to seek the aid of the ones conducting the clock, bringing either an offer of gold or their firstborn child. No negotiations are possible. It's advised to vacate the home. Not the firstborn child. Dwarves! Audio sample? Okay. Dwarves are small, rock-like creatures known for creating and living in underground burrows, sometimes extending their territory into human homes. Homeowners with dwarf infestations often report increased heat, clattering or banging sounds, and finding rubble or holes in basement or cellars. Dwarves are harmless to most mammals, with their diet consisting mostly of insects, soil, and rocks. Dwarves' burrowing activities can often cause foundational problems or structural damage. Dwarves can be dissuaded from tunneling into a home by placing clippings of parasitic plants such as mistletoe or rattles in or around cellars and basements. Active infestations could be handled. You know, this game disturbed my sleep for a while. It's very creepy. It's extremely creepy. Elves. The most evil. Elves are humanoid creatures with pointed ears that often inhabit large-scale human social gatherings under the guise of being forgotten friends, family, or acquaintances. Homeowners who have made direct contact with elves often report headaches, nausea, or lightheadedness. Elves are known to lower the immune response of humans they come into direct contact with, often leading to a contracting of a variety of illnesses, resulting in long-term, hazardous, or fatal consequences. To prevent or minimize contact with elves, it's advised homeowners do not interact with anyone they do not recognize at social functions, especially those claiming to have a history or personal connection. It's also advised to keep social functions to a minimum, or to closely supervise the attending parties. Don't go outside and you don't have to worry about elves. Noted. Just don't go to social events. Way ahead of you. False carolers. Uh-oh. Oh, these are awesome. False carolers are flocks of feathered humanoid creatures draped in many layers of clothing that are known for their pleasant singing vocalizations and for approaching the entrances of homes after dark. Homeowners afflicted by false carolers often report sounds of singing, missing neighbors, or large feathers. False carolers pose a very direct threat to humans and animals, as they are known to carry away anything that comes close enough to them away to their nesting grounds to feed their young. If false carolers are suspected to be present in a neighborhood, all homeowners in the affected area should stay locked inside their homes. As long as their chosen feeding grounds remain fruitful, false carolers will return to the same feeding grounds each night. Most false carolers will move into another territory after a few consecutive nights of unsuccessful hunts. Okay. Here's another boggart! The Forgotten Boggart. Forgotten boggarts are a wild roaming subspecies of boggart that are untethered from memory. They are known to dwell in uninhabited outdoor locations such as forests or mountains until they find new homes with those that are capable of witnessing and discussing them. Homeowners that have attracted a forgotten boggart often report strange sightings and an obsession with discovery. Forgotten boggarts are homeless. Yeah, I mean they are. Harmless to those unaware or indifferent to their existence, but are at risk of inhabiting the homes of those with an interest in discovering them and discussing them, thereby increasing the risk of hazardous activities such as flooding, fires, or electric outages. Wow, so it's like a Bigfoot, where if you're interested in Bigfoot, it just invades your home. It is advised homeowners do not dwell on the possibility of nearby forgotten boggarts. Any forgotten boggart sightings or any thoughts of forgotten boggarts to prevent them from inhabiting a home. Never speak of a forgotten boggart. I just did that like 60 times. Mountain Warlock. Mountain Warlocks, okay. Interesting. Mountain Warlocks are humanoid creatures resembling elderly human men. They are known to lie dormant in their high elevation domains until the winter solstice. Upon awaking, their thunderous vocalizations can be heard for miles. Homeowners affected by Mountain Warlocks often report echoes, rumbling, shaking, or occasionally avalanches. Mountain Warlocks are highly territorial and pose a direct mortal danger to any humans or animals that settle or wander near their domain. Their earth-shaking incantations can accidentally cause severe damage to a home's foundation. Mountain Warlocks cannot be safely removed by human force, but due to their severely dangerous presence, it is highly advised that homeowners utilize the HSH. Pine Sprites? Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking it's a hob. Yeah, probably. Pine Sprites are a small green subspecies of sprite known for inhabiting pine trees. Homeowners with pine sprites often report rustling sounds or finding pine needles and saps in strange places. They're harmless if left to their own devices, though their behavior can turn hazardous if their home is disturbed. They have been known to sometimes cause fires or electrical outages when electrical devices such as lights are introduced to their homes. Interesting. Pine sprites keep their chosen homes through their entire 160 to 180 year lifespan, so it's advised to avoid disturbing them by refraining from decorating any trees they have inhabited. Homeowners may also choose to safely relocate and inhabit a tree away from their home. So that's what this is here. Yeah, no, the Christmas music's good. It's good I'm playing this now, because if I played it, like, you know, after Thanksgiving, Gondola would probably shoot me. So Pine Sprites is what you have. Red nose, is a seasonal illness characterized by the primary symptom of a red berry-like growth emerging from the mammalian proboscis. Most commonly occurs in wild animals and can be transferred to humans via the spores it released once blossomed. You can get a honka-honka nose. Red nose, while painful during the growth stage, is generally harmless to humans and animals alike. Red nose will go away on its own after it's blossomed. To prevent red nose, it is advised to quarantine the affected individual. God, the Leafy emote's perfect for this. Okay, we got like 5 more to read. Sinking foundation. Structural problem in a home's foundation with a wide variety of causes. Homeowners experiencing sinking foundations often report cracks in walls or ceilings, uneven floors, or drains not working. Sinking foundations present a severe and mortal danger to both the home and its inhabitants, as their instability and eventual collapse can cause a wide variety of hazardous situations. Homeowners with sinking foundations are highly advised to immediately utilize HSF's repair services to prevent further damage. Snow golems. I mean, that just sounds like Leafy's room and he gets pissed off at a game. Snow golems are large humanoid mounds of snow that are capable of moving on their own. Homeowners experiencing snow golem infestations commonly report wet floors, power outages, recently faulty or broken heaters, or strange new snow formations outside the home. Snow golems can prove hazardous to humans in a variety of ways. Their tendency to target home heaters, especially during hazardous freezing weather, can cause medical issues such as frostbite or hypothermia. Direct contact with the snow golem while it is in pursuit of its target is also frequently fatal. When caught early, snow golems can simply be removed from a home by turning up the heat to speed up their melting process and blocking easy access to home heaters or fireplaces. So golems succeed in removing potential heat sources. It's highly advised to contact us. Sugar wisps? Sugar wisps are an invisible subspecies of wisp known for its sweet, plum-like aroma and its ability to influence the dreams and appetites of humans. Homeowners afflicted by sugar wisps often report an intense craving for sweets, dreams of dancing orbs, and malnourishment. Sugar wisps can be quite hazardous to humans' health thanks to their influence on their victims' preferred diet. Sustained exposure to sugar wisps can lead to mild and severe medical problems ranging from tooth decay and diabetes to starvation. They can be dissuaded from influencing their chosen victims by blocking access to their victims' sense of smell. Homeowners are advised to utilize nose plugs or similar apparatus. I need to clean my glasses. There's a spot on here. This person's been on hold for ages, by the way. They're like, what the hell? Alright. Time wisps. Time wisps are a subspecies of wisp that appear as faint candle-like lights with a friendly visage. They are known to temporarily displace objects and persons in time, and are most active at night. Homeowners that have experienced time wisps often report feeling a newfound gratitude for life, a desire to better themselves, or immense existential dread. Time wisp tendencies toward temporal displacement, while sometimes beneficial, can also often result in causing intense anxiety or stress to those that have witnessed their fates to be. Time wisps will pass through on their own in the course of a single night and no further action. So you see your future? Newfound gratitude for life, a desire to better themselves, or existential dread. No. The twilight is an annual recurring phenomenon known for its diet of fear and suffering. Should it find sufficient satiation in these cravings during its time spent in our cosmic proximity, it will proceed to consume all things that dwell above and below the soil. The twilight is a severe existential threat to all living things so long as it finds sufficient feeding material. Its hunger should avoid being sated at all costs. Twilight should be kept from its desires at all costs until it moves past. To prevent its feeding, all manner of fear, agony, suffering should be avoided or mitigated when at all possible in the calendar days of its proximity between 21st December and 25th. It's also advised to spread as much cheer, celebration, and merriment during this time as possible. Okay, you got, Pine Sprites. That would be a Pine Sprite, friend. There you go. Info successfully sent. Good job. Alright, now we're good. Yeah, I wish I'd separated them, but I wonder if, like, animations and attic gnomes and stuff are gonna come up again. I hope not. What was the thing you're not supposed— oh, there's a boggart. Uh-oh. It's huge!
I saw it scurry into the cupboard! Send for more! Send someone over quickly!
It's huge. I saw it scurry into the cupboard. What?
Please hold.
Please hold. Doesn't know what hobs are. Yeah, let's go over hobs. Common hob. They're the most common species of hob found in the household. They are small humanoid creatures with gray burlap-like skin and small vertical tufts of hair on their head. They have no false face. They are known for their tendency to consume dust, dirt, and common sticky substances found on floors and dishes, cleaning them in the process. They generally only come out at night. They're not dangerous to humans on their own. If provoked, however, they are capable of mischievous acts and metamorphosis. Hobs cannot be compelled to leave on their own once nested in a home. Instead, one should take measures to prevent provoking metamorphosis by leaving out a bowl of cream or milk at night. And then there's a fracture hob. They live in the cracks of your house. What, the horde. Yeah, there's that one. There was like a really bad hob, right? These live in your pipes. They're like British people. Oh, the boggart. Yeah, the boggart's the scary one. Yeah, they're a metamorphized hob when they turn. They're large, hairy humanoids between 6 and 7 feet and bear fairly convincing false faces. They're known for causing household accidents such as flooding, fires, or electrical outages. They also frequently observe their targets while they sleep. Bloggers are extremely dangerous to humans and pets due to their malicious nightly household activities, which can often cause injury or death. They also react violently when seen by humans. Do not under any circumstances refer to an active boggart by any name. Once you become aware of its existence, simply vacate the premises. Provided you do not speak of the boggart at any time, in any fashion, it will remain in its original location. Yeah, they sound great. So, it's huge, I just saw it scurry into the cupboard. What would that possibly be? It's back for more, send someone over quickly. Is it a raccoon? Look at how cute. Look at how cute. Puka. Oh god. Oh, these were terrifying. Remember these? They inhabit the shape and likeness of a household pet. They're known for their tendency to replace common pets such as dogs as cats and live in their place to watch homeowners eat and sleep. Yeah, they're relatively harmless to humans, but the discarded bodies of household pets they leave behind can over time create other pests and disease hazards. They kill your pet and replace it so they can watch you. Yeah, the rabies are worth the risk. Night gnome? Oh yeah, that one's kind of creepy. They just look at you. A lot of these just watch you sleep. I saw it scurry into the cupboard, it's back, send someone over. Hey, is it a mouse? What if it's just a mouse? There's a kobold. A house spider. It said scurry into the cupboard, so I think it's like baiting me and it's mouse. Because I don't think I saw... Homeowners often report increased heat, clattering or banging sounds, and finding rubble or holes in basement and cellars. I don't think it's a dwarf. There's not a kitchen one from the DLC, basically. That's the thing that makes me... Oh, remember bed teeth? Kind of household fungus? That grow on your bed sheets. Yeah. Your blanket eats you. Yeah, that one's awful. And then bed hag. I don't think that... I don't know if they're only going to be from the expansion. That's what I'm trying to figure out. It said scurry. I'm going with a mouse. Yeah, you got a mouse. I'm gonna go with mouse. You didn't give me enough information, Janet. It's a mouse. Could have been like a spider or a hob too. I don't know. We'll see. Janet will yell at me. It's fine. Hello.
Kids are building some forts on our property. I'm looking at a bunch of big tall mounds outside our house, just coming from about every angle. I need someone to come and take these down for me. I'd do it myself, but I'm currently recovering from a back injury after slipping on something wet in my living room this morning.
This is snow golem. This is snow golem. Yep. You got yourself a snow golem. A snowlum, yeah. Here you go. Enjoy. They sound great. Entry inaccessible. Scared? Yeah, I'm terrified. Yeah, someone stacking folding chairs is a good comparison. I wonder if these entry inaccessibles are going to be added as we progress.
The wild man is real. I've seen him. I've seen him. I know you people know about things like this. I know what you really do. I have photos. We can get these out in front of the public. The people need to know. Please, help me get this out to the world before it's too late. I know he's been tracking me.
Please hold.
Okay, that's a forgotten boggart. Yeah, wild roaming species that are untethered from memory, they're known, are harmless to those unaware and indifferent, but are at risk of inhabiting the homes of those with an interest in discovering and discussing them. Yeah, you got yourself a forgotten boggart. They expanded and released entries as you answered, folks. Okay. That must be what that is, then. Unless they added, like, some to the base game, like, in updates after I played it.
Please, help. Can't move. Too weak. Need more. Need more.
What?
Please hold.
Can't move, too weak, need more. Huh. No. Clock. Dorcha. Fey flu. House fires. Oh, wait, the, yeah, sugar wisps. Here we go. Invisible subspecies wisp, yeah. Hazardous human health, yeah. Sustain, you can swallow, ranging from tooth decay and diabetes to starvation. And you say you need more. That's all I can think of. What else time wisps? No. Wood secretion, sinking foundation, red nose. Pine sprites. Definitely not a mountain warlock. Yeah, I think it's this. You got some sugar wisps. Hate to break it to you. I don't know how you're gonna act upon that, but have fun. Look at my cheer levels. They're 100% right now.
Yeah. So, there's strange noises coming from our basement.
Ah,
I don't know
dwarves.
what's down there, but I can hear it scurrying around and making little scratching noises at night. I don't dare go down myself, but my wife said she found little round pellets or something down there.
Please hold.
Please hold. Okay. Banging sounds of finding rubble or holes. Dwarves are harmless. We persuaded. Creating and living in tons, extending your territory. Increased heat, clattering, or banging sounds. Strange noises coming from our basement. I don't know what's hanging down. I hear it scurrying around and making little scratching noises. Maybe this isn't a dwarf. Because you didn't mention that it's... Yeah, that's not... Because there's no heat. Not antler growths. It's not this thing. It's not an elf. Not the false carolers. Horde, houseflies, housefires, housefires. Lamp sprite, laundry gnome? What is this one? Live. Washing machine. Mice, mountain warlock, neighbor's doorway, night gnome. It's the creepy one. Making noises coming from business. I don't think you did hear it scurrying around and making little scratching noises. You also found round pellets. It says at night. Or nest in attics. Is this one mice too? Because this mentions they nest in attics. Do they not have round poops? Trash gnome. That's that one. Troll. 12-foot tall nocturnal creatures. That's not it. Something that's... Commonly found in homes before their hibernation period during winter. Scurrying around, though. A bat does not scurry. They do say small dry pellet droppings. Scratching. I mean, it could be bat, right? It specifically mentions the pellets. And it doesn't specifically say they're just in attics here. I'm gonna go with the bat. I've only ever seen bats in an attic, but sure. That was wrong. Okay, so that's the first one I've gotten wrong though, so mice was right. That one was wrong though. Clock out. Accuracy 83%. Okay. I don't know what else that would have been then, besides maybe mice. I thought the round pellets and the scratching kind of nailed it. My mailbox. Check, dude, did you see this yet? Everyone keeps forwarding this to me. I can't tell if they're taking it seriously or not, but either way it's hilarious. Thought you'd get a kick out of it. Forward important. Send this to 5 friends immediately. Stop. On this day, December 23rd, 25-year-old Alice Prairie fell into a lake and drowned while ice skating. If you don't forward this to 5 other people by tonight, you will drown in the next lake you visit. God, remember getting these things? Remember getting these things? Or the things that's like, oh yeah, if you don't want to be lonely forever, send this to 10 other people. Must have been something like a groundhog or whatever. Like I said, there were the dwarves, but it didn't sound like them. Daily Twilight Report. Phenomena submitted in Manitoba. Yeah. Current risk profile moderate. Yeah, the Twilight's getting close. The letter ones, yeah. For some reason I thought that said soup and not stop. Do you want soup, Leafy? Are you feeling some soup? Yeah, the letter ones. Blech. I can have soup. We have a roast right now. Like a beef stew. Alright, I gotta keep cheer levels up. If people aren't cheerful when the thing gets over here, we're screwed. This is not soup. You know, it's like basically a soup. So, nothing new is being added. No. Is this my boss?
Greetings, Rebecca. It is Carol again. There have been reports of some new activity, so we have gone ahead and made some new information available to thee. I pray things are going well thus far. Thou knowest as well as I what is at stake. I do hope to see thee soon, Rebecca.
Permissions have been updated. Frost wisps. Subspecies of wisp that commonly take on the appearance of semi-transparent crystallized orbs. Homeowners suffering from frost wisps often report shivering sensations, a chill in the air, in otherwise warm places, and sudden lingering thoughts of their own mortality. What do you want?
I need someone to come fix There's a terrible draft coming in, and I wouldn't want anyone at my second family gathering to catch a cold. I'm hosting at least 20 additional family members, and I need this place locked tight for their sakes. I've already caught something dreadful during our last hosted function, and I don't intend for it to happen again.
So this sounds like it could be elves or frost wisps. Because you're not thinking about your own mortality. You're hosting a big family gathering, and you're saying there's a draft coming in, and you caught something dreadful last time, and it said it would lower your immune system.
Please
That might
hold.
be elves. Frost wisps are harmless to most mammals and humans as long as they keep their distance, but direct contact with a frost wisp can cause hazardous effects such as frostbite. So yeah, I don't think it's a frost wisp. Will remain in a home as long as owners continue to linger on dreadful thoughts such as mortality or the prospect of decomposition. Homeowners are advised to distract themselves with any manner of cheerful activity, food, or friendly company to keep such thoughts at bay. Oh, that reminds me. Remember moles? Wasn't it moles that we were supposed to never bother a mole? Hans. Oh, Hans looks great. Hans is a human-shaped husk of cloth, rags, and straw known for sneaking in the homes and domains of the affluent, wealthy, and fortunate. Homes occupied by Hans commonly suffer symptoms such as the appearance of strange markings, the faint sounds of rustling, or occupants suddenly behaving abnormally. I mean, it only attacks the rich. While Hans does not directly harm those he crosses path with, Hans can negatively affect the lives of homeowners should he complete the process of occupation. Occupied human adults may commit acts they do not condone, including more hazardous behaviors such as murder, debauchery, and arson. Homeowners should swiftly evacuate any home suspected of Hans' occupation. Should a family member or loved one be successfully occupied by Hans, it is advised to contact us. Lucy? Gondola, what are you doing here? Okay, now this is where things get concerning. Lucy is a semi-solid humanoid creature vaguely resembling a pale human woman known for slipping inside homes during hailstorms. Homeowners often report a slimy, semi-transparent substance near openings such as doors, windows, air ducts, and chimneys. Lucy can be quite hazardous to any humans or pets that cross its path, as it's known to steal the warmth of warm-blooded animals, often leaving behind their crumbled, frozen remains. Highly advised to quietly hide all warm-blooded inhabitants of a home if Lucy is suspected to be present, and wait patiently for it to pass. Okay, so your cold-blooded ones, like the lizard and stuff, can hang out. The mayor. Okay. The mare is a skeletal, horse-like humanoid draped in a variety of tinsels and fabrics. It is known for its distinct song, like screeching, and its tendency to approach the entrances of homes after dark. Homeowners often report the sounds of wailing, screeching, or singing. The mare poses little to no danger to humans or animals, but has been known to consume large amounts of a home's food and beverages if invited inside. The mare cannot be disrupted while feasting. The mare poses no direct threat, and can either be invited in to let it feast until it's contented, at which point it will leave on its own, or it can be safely ignored if homeowners are willing to bear with the noises it creates for a few hours. The use of earplugs or soundproof materials can assist. An ogress! Ogresses are large, 8 to 10 foot cave-dwelling creatures typically only active at high elevations during the winter. Homeowners typically do not experience an ogress directly, but rather report other consequences of its presence, such as Yulemen or Yule cats. In some rare instances, an ogress will see fit to visit a home if they fail to acquire their targets through other means. Due to their size, their subsequent entrance into a home can prove catastrophic. To prevent an ogress from entering one's home, it's highly advised to avoid escalating their activities by allowing Yulemans access to a home. Homeowners that wish to avoid the attention of an ogress in the first place can reinforce and advise benevolent behavior in their children. Winter fur? Highly contagious seasonal virus known to cause the rapid growth of white hair like follicles across an infected individual's face, body, and eyes. Full coverage is expected to occur within the first 48 hours. After infection, it is most commonly found in mammals and is contracted through direct contact. Subsequent blindness caused by winter fur can create more hazardous conditions and reduce quality of life for those infected. Winter fur is also known to attract other dangerous pests such as ticks and fleas. Once winter fur has completed its growth, it can be mitigated using any variety of traditional shaving equipment, such as razors, to reduce the chance of attracting tick or fleas. Infected individuals should be quarantined from other parties. Yule cat! Look at it! Oh, it's huge. Oh. It's a giant house cat. That's awesome, though. Yule cats are large feline-like creatures known for prowling populated high-elevation areas during the winter. They feed primarily on various textiles and fabrics. Homeowners experiencing Yule cats often report sounds of hissing, growling, large paw prints in the snow, and missing clothes or neighbors. Yule cats' diet of fabrics can prove quite hazardous to clothed homeowners if caught in their path, and due to their size and speed, most humans and children will not survive these sorts of encounters. Yule cat strength also allows them to easily break into homes in search of food. Yule cat is suspected to be active. Homeowners should take quick action to leave out a variety of fabrics and textiles within a safe distance of the home. It's advised to deliver these fabrics completely unclothed. You have to go naked. Yule goats are goat-shaped apparitions that can sometimes occur in a home during the winter. They just appear on toast? Homeowners experiencing Yule goats often report strange coincidences, citing shapes of ghosts throughout the house and imagined sounds of bleeding. Yule goats are not directly harmful to humans or animals, but their prolonged presence can often cause paranoia or sleep deprivation in affected homeowners, which can sometimes lead to careless household accidents such as fires. As soon as a Yule goat is suspected to be present in a household, a humble offering of wheat or straw can be made in appeasement. Okay. Yulemen. These are the ones they can't let in. Well, they don't look creepy at all. Yulemen are a subspecies of gnome that appear as small, hairy humanoids with pointed craniums that are most often seen traveling in packs of 13 or more. Homeowners infested with Yulemen often report broken windows, stolen food, sounds of clattering or giggling, and more rarely missing pets or children. Yulemen are harmless to human adults, but can be safety hazard for household pets that are small enough to eat, and human children who have attracted the attention of an ogress. Yulemen will typically leave a home on their own once satisfied with their taking. To prevent Yulemen from entering one's home, homeowners may board up windows and close off sufficiently large openings such as chimneys, but in most circumstances this is highly inadvisable. Okay. So, I need someone to fix our windows. I fear there's a terrible draft coming in. I wouldn't want anyone at my second family gathering to catch cold. Hosting at least 20 additional family members, and I need this place locked tight for their sakes. I'm already caught something dreadful. Fey flu? Yeah. Headaches? No. No, this is not. Fey feast? Oh no, it's not that. Elves. Partial headaches or lightheadedness. Lower the immune response of humans that come into direct contact often lead to the contracting of a variety of illnesses, resulting in long-term. This feels like elves, right? Like, it specifically mentions the big social gathering, so I'm gonna submit elves. If it's not elves, I'll be surprised. We just have to watch our cheer levels. Okay, no, that was right. That was correct. So we don't get the angry callbacks this time. It just tells us immediately if we got it right. Trying to get 20 people together in a room, yeah.
Doesn't make any sense, and there is still something in our basement.
Oh.
I'm calling Papa Paul's Pest Control from now on.
Okay, yeah, you're the one I told bats. Yeah, so if you get them wrong, they call back, but... Which makes sense. Fine, go to Papa's. See if I care.
Oh, God, I'm dead. I'm dead and I'm only 33.
Okay.
Please say I can change this.
Time
Please
sprite.
say I can change it.
That is a time sprite, or time wisp. So, yep, they are known to temporarily displace objects and persons in time and are most active at night. Often have a newfound gratitude for life, a desire to better themselves, or immense existential dread. Yeah, witnessing their fates to be. So that's a time wisp. There you go. That was right. I think we're doing okay so far. You know? I think we're doing just fine. Okay, we're gonna get a few more things the next day, but...
There's some kind of dying animal in our yard. Can you send someone out to put it out of its misery? It's been screaming like hell for the past hour, and I'm far too squeamish to go look at it or touch it myself. My son is only 10 years old, and he's very worried about the poor thing, so please hurry.
My son is only 10.
Please hold.
No, that's way too loud. That's giggling, so that's not it. There was something else, right? Ogress. Warlock, Memory Wisp. The Mayor. Was it this?
There's some kind of dying animal in our yard. Can you send someone out to put it out of its misery? It's been screaming like hell for the past hour, and I'm far too squeamish to go look at it or touch it myself. My son is only 10 years old, and he's very worried about the poor thing, so please hurry.
That sounded similar. And it said it would stay and just keep screaming if you didn't go do something about it. I think it's that. Not you. I think it's the mayor. Deer once died in our yard, so I called Animal Control to have it removed. They said they'd only remove if it was 5 inches from the curb. I learned to tie a slip knot that day. Yeah. 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 Let's see. I think it's the mayor. That was right. Yay. It sounded like the same sound. Cool, cool, cool. That's a creepy one. Ba, 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 ba. Next call, please. Thank you.
I think Betty's cat is on the prowl. I need someone to come put that beast down. First, Betty doesn't show up to the PTA meeting this week, and now it seems her cat is on the loose again, leaving its disgusting feastfuls of feathers behind on neighbors' porches.
Cat? But feathers? I guess you're talking about the feathers it ate. Why are you telling me to come kill someone's cat? You say put it down.
Please hold.
On the prowl, I need someone to come and repeat the first Betty doesn't show up to the PTA meeting, and now it seems like I was leaving the disgusting feathers behind on the neighborhood porches. The feathers make me think it's the false carolers, but they didn't say they heard singing. Approaching the entrances of homes. After dark, afflicted by careless sounds of singing, missing neighbors, or large feathers appearing around neighborhood doorsteps. Yeah, this straight up says porches and doorsteps. Okay, what's the Yule Cat say? No, it wouldn't be the Yule Cat because they feed on textiles and fabrics. So this must be the carolers? Because yeah, the Yule Cats just feed on fabric. So it has to be the false carolers. Surprised they don't mention the other thing though. I'm gonna go with false carolers. That was right. Nailed it.
I think there's some kind of mold problem in our house. I keep finding this nasty kind of thick slime residue near the air vent, and I think it's scaring the pets. Our poor cat hasn't wanted to come back inside yet, so I need this fixed as soon as possible.
That would be, Lucy. Example, the pale human one is sleeping inside homes during hailstorms, near openings such as doors, air ducts, and chimneys. Quite hazardous to any humans or pets that cross its path. Yup. I think you got yourself a Lucy. I'm sorry, friend. Because you mentioned the pet, too. Which feels like a hint. Alright. Cheer levels still at 90%. The cheer levels don't go back up, by the way. So I gotta keep performing. Or we're gonna be screwed. This is such a neat game. My god, I hope they make a second one of these.
Oh my god, I think there's an avalanche outside! Our home is right below the mountain! Please send someone over before it's too late!
So... I think this is a red herring. Our home is right below the mountain. Please send someone over before it's too late.
Hold.
Oh my god, I think there's an avalanche outside! Our home is right below the mountain! Please send someone over before it's too late!
So... The... Warlock. Humanoid creatures. They are known to be dormant in a high elevation. Upon waking, their thunderous vocalizations can be heard for miles. Homeowners affected by mountain warlocks often report echoes, rumbling, shaking, or occasionally avalanches. They are highly territorial and pose a direct mortal danger to any humans. Cannot be safely removed by human force. So it's either just an avalanche, or it's one of these. And I feel like it's a red herring. Like, I feel like if I tell you avalanche, you're gonna be like, the avalanche happened again. You also mentioned that it's right below the mountain.
Oh my god, I think there's an avalanche outside! Our home is right below the mountain! Please send someone over before it's too late!
That might just be a regular avalanche. Yeah, I don't hear any talking in this one.
Oh my god, I think there's an avalanche outside! Our home is right below the mountain! Please send someone over before it's too late!
Well, I don't think I'm going to be helping them. I think I'll go with avalanche. But, yeah, I mean, I think that's an avalanche. It was right, it was an avalanche. Yeah, because I didn't hear the talking in it. If I get one like that where I hear the talking, I think it's possibly the mountain one. Hey! You're kind of a mountain warlock? No,
The
Gondor.
doctors told me to call here. I think I caught some kind of dog disease. My neighbor's freak dog sneezed on me or something, and now it's growing on me. I can feel it underneath my skin, this horrid little bump forming. It's hurting very badly. Please, can you tell me what to do?
Okay, I thought this was gonna be the one where they grow hair.
hold.
This is Red Nose. Right? Well, it says, your neighbor's dog. This says this most commonly occurs in wild animals. I think it's gonna just freak no sneeze on me or something, and now it's growing on me. I can feel it. It's hurting very badly. Painful during the growth stage. Yeah, I think this is Red Nose. Red Nose it is. It was right. Look at this puppy. Look at this good pupper.
Someone is coming into my home. Your security cameras broke on me, so I can't see who it is. I can hear their shoes squeaking or something in the footage when they came in to steal my Santa outfit. Do you have some kind of policy compensating your customers for selling them faulty equipment?
Uh-oh. You hear their shoes squeaking or something in the footage when they came in to steal my Santa outfit?
Please
What?
hold.
The hell would that be? Stolen food? That's not it. Hear their shoes squeaking or something? It's squeaking makes me think like maybe it's the laughter. But I don't know. Sinking Foundation, Reanimation Raccoon, Puka, Ogress. It's not an Ogress. Mice, Memory Wisp, the Mare. Laundry no. Lamp sprite, kobold. Houseflies, Hans. What was Hans again? Hans just... rustling. Yeah, you're not occupying anyone. Not a dwarf. Not this. And not antler growths. What do we think this is? Then all I can think of is like Yuleman. Not Yule Cat. It does steal clothes, but I haven't seen anything specifically that steals clothes. The laundry gnome lives in the thing. Lives in their washer, but... No numerous things to steal clothes? Yeah, significant others do. One day you have a hoodie, the next day you don't. Do not ever enter a kobold's domain. Missing socks. Yeah, it's not that. Not you, not you. It's the squeaking that's like tripping me up here. This says stolen food. It said they came in. But I guess that doesn't technically mean plural. Kitty makes very loud sounds. Because, yes, Kitty eats clothes, but... it does say missing clothes. Yeah, I mean, I guess missing clothes. I was like, how would you not hear it, though? It's so loud. And it said I could hear their shoes squeaking. Like, what about that makes me think this? I'm going to go with Yule Cat. I'm not confident in this, though. The only part that's weird is the only part that makes sense is the stealing clothes, but squeaking shoes? Yeah, that was wrong. Yeah. It was the only one that you stole, like, clothes, that stole clothes, though. That I knew of. The only other one I could think of was the Yule Min, like I said, but it said they stole food. It didn't say they stole clothes. I don't know if you heard already, but the pest control department's been panicking and sending out vans all morning. I think something big might be going down. I know you have a lot on your plate, so I figured I'd give you a heads up. Happy Christmas Eve. Hope you have a good one. Phenomena sighted across North Dakota at approximately 0200 hours. Estimated proximity within active feeding range. Cheer levels should be closely monitored. Yeah. So I've got to make sure we don't get the cheer too low. So yeah, it doesn't recover. The cheer level does not go back up. Alright. Alright, gotta wait for my call. We still haven't seen dwarves. Maybe there was a hob that stole clothes.
Hudson here, HSH Pest Control. Listen up. The Mouse King is loose, and it's our understanding he means to stir up trouble of the Yuletide variety.
Mouse King?
My boys are working around the clock to find him and stop him in his tracks before things get too hairy, but sometimes things slip through the cracks. Little things, if you get my meaning. If you hear anything strange, let us know as soon as you can. There's new data coming your way. Read it carefully. Keep those eyes peeled. Hudson out.
The Mouse King. What is a bell snickle? Hell no. It's a human-shaped, pine-based life form that is known to visit on winter nights adorned in animal furs and a wooden mask bearing a friendly visage. Homeowners experiencing a bellsnickle often report break-ins, finding berries, sap, pine needles, or scratch marks on the floor, or dead pets.
We need someone to come check our house for damage. I think I felt an earthquake last night. And this morning, I noticed those godless Hendersons across the street crying about something with the police. So I'm fairly sure whatever happened must have been enough to damage our property.
Earthquakes. That might be the warlock. Bellsnickles do not pose any mortal harm to humans, but they are known to occasionally lash out at those they perceive as wrongdoers. Their presence can be highly hazardous to any furry mammals or pets. Should they require more pelts, the berries they occasionally leave behind are both safe to eat and delicious. Usually pass through a home and move on to others by the end of a single night. Multiple visits to a single home are rare, and more persistent visitations may be a sign of troublesome moral activities. Oh, God. The gift hag. A humanoid creature somewhat resembling an elderly human woman with a smiling face covered in soot or soil is known to quietly slip into homes during the winter and leaves behind trinkets such as makeshift dogs, wooden idols, or sharp twigs and rocks. The gift hag and its gifts are mostly harmless, though careless play with sharp rocks and twigs can often result in human children injuring themselves. If they wish to keep the gift hag from entering their home, they may choose to close off access to the home's chimney. The Hunt? The Wild Hunt? The Hunt is a storm-like fungal weather phenomenon that carries with it large quantities of infectious snow-like spores. Homeowners caught in the Hunt commonly report thunder, blizzards, electrical outages, and violent or erratic behavior from neighbors. The Hunt's powerful winds can often cause trees to break or fall, which can lead to dangers such as property damage, electrical outages, or fires. The Hunt's spores, if ingested, can cause unpredictable and hazardous symptoms in humans such as color blindness, physical deformation, cannibalistic desires. Oh my god! A zombie apocalypse caused by a fungal storm. If the Hunt is expected to pass through one's neighborhood, homeowners can take measures to keep safe by quarantining themselves within a basement, cellar, or other underground shelter until the storm and ensuing panic passes. It's advised to keep an emergency supply of food, medicine, and water. The locomotive. Is this just the Polar Express? This is an evil Polar Express. Locomotive is a large segmented train-like organism that can only be seen by animals and human children. It is known only to appear after nightfall after the 21st of December. Homeowners affected by the locomotive often report the floor rumbling, distant whistling, snow falling in strange patterns, or missing children. Locomotive is harmless to human adults, but can prove particularly harmful or even fatal to human children if they choose to enter its domain. Children bearing sufficient faith are known to return the following morning, however. There's no known solution for removing the locomotive. However, the locomotive only remains in one location for a few minutes at a time to attract its prey before it will move on to other territory. To prevent any harm, children and pets should be supervised or kept indoors. The Mouse King. What the fuck? The Mouse King is a prominent member of a traitorous clan of mice known for recruiting and leading them in nefarious activities such as riots, heists, and assassinations. Homeowners with the Mouse King often report sounds of squeaking, scratching, and seeing strange mice behaviors such as mass coordination or attempts at communication. The Mouse King poses an incredible threat to all living things, and its destruction should be immediately prioritized. The Mouse King should be stopped at all costs by any means necessary. Homeowners are highly encouraged to use lethal removal methods, including but not limited to mouse traps, toxic sprays, sharp implements, or any licensed firearms. Oh my god. Oh hey, it's Perchta again. Or, I say again, this wasn't in before, but this is a real thing, I'm pretty sure. Like, this is legit. A goddess in Alpine paganism in the Upper German, and also... Yeah, it's a humanoid creature vaguely resembling an old woman with a beak-like nose. This was in, Perchta was in, God, what's the game? The game from Obsidian that I liked that uses illuminated scripts and stuff. Pentiment. Yeah, they talked about Perchta and Pentiment. Resembling an old elderly woman with a long sheet-like skin, Perchta is known for entering homes full of refuse, chaos, and filth. Homeowners experiencing Perchta often report break-ins, nightly sounds of clattering, and shed skin. Perchta is incredibly dangerous to homeowners inhabiting its chosen domains, as it will often utilize nearby humans as makeshift scarecrows to keep other pests at bay. Most human adults do not survive this process. Perchta cannot be easily or safely removed from a home in its claim, so it is advised for homeowners to immediately evacuate the premises if Perchta is suspected to be present. They're advised to prevent Perchta from being attracted to their homes in the first place by keeping their homes clean. The Saint and the Sinner. Ugh. Interesting. The Saint is a warlock, sometimes resembling a bearded, elderly human male adorned in thick robes, often seen riding a pale, horse-like creature. The Saint is known for traveling through snowstorms at night, leaving strange artifacts on the doorsteps of homeowners. Often, the Saint's arrival is followed by the Sinner. The acceptance of the artifacts granted by the Saint as bringing them within one's home can often result in the gift receiver experiencing great fortune and luck for a span of 30 years. After the 30-year period, the Saint will return to collect their due. It is not advised to accept these gifts. While the Saint cannot be prevented from delivering their gifts, homeowners can simply remove the gifts from their doorsteps and burn them outdoors to prevent accidental acceptance. It is, however, highly advised to wait till the morning after. Okay, wow, so Nightmare Santa visits, and then this thing comes in. A large bipedal goat-like creature known for breaking into homes and devouring human children. Usually arriving after a snowstorm, homeowners often report the sound of chains or hooves, broken doors or windows, and missing children. Sinner is highly dangerous to human children that cross its path, as it's known to ravenously attempt to devour them on sight. Human adults that are too large to eat are usually not at risk, unless they attempt to come between the Sinner and its feast. Sinner will not enter the homes of those with a gift from the Saint at their doorstep. As such, it is highly advised not to remove these gifts on the night of a snowstorm. Sinner will continue to move from home to home. Okay. And a white. Okay, so this is just a zombie that's been affected by the hunt. Whites are misshapen former humans that have been exposed to the effects of the hunt. coming in a variety of unfortunate bodily configurations. Whites are known for their wild and unpredictable violent behavior. Homeowners experiencing whites often report sounds of gurgling, coughing, or hacking. Whites are highly dangerous and will attempt to bite or otherwise harm most humans and animals on sight. Their relative speed and strength can widely vary, though most direct encounters are fatal. Whites generally have very short lifespans and will often perish on their own. Usually within 48 hours from medical disadvantages granted them by their particular bodily configuration. More persistent whites can be removed with the help of nearby sharp implements, licensed firearms. Honestly, props for having an effectively a zombie fiction that talks about the fact that, yeah, zombies wouldn't last very long because their bodies would just fall apart. Alright. Okay, so, felt an earthquake. So, if we go to Mountain Warlock... Yeah, often report echoes, rumbling, shaking, or occasionally avalanches. Their earth-shaking incantations can cause damage to a home's foundation. Yeah. I'm thinking this is you. Felt an earthquake last night. I think this is the only thing that would be it. So I'm going Mountain Warlock. That was wrong. Or the child stealing rumbly one. Like, I don't know what else that would have been. Oh, it was the train?
Oh my god, they're hideous! Your info package was no help at all! That disgusting, saggy thing came back and I saw them take away my blankets! I'll be seeking business elsewhere! Thanks for nothing!
Okay, so that's the one I got wrong yesterday. Disgusting, saggy thing came back and I saw them take away my blankets. So it is something that wants fabric, but it's not the cat. Weird. Weird. How very odd. Yeah, I guess that previous one could have been the train because it said the neighbors were crying.
I have been robbed. Someone broke into my house and completely cleaned out the fridge and cabinets last night. There's wine all over my floors, discarded milk jugs. It's absolutely disgusting. I demand a refund for this useless home security package you people sold me. It's only good for hearing thieves cackle after the fact.
Okay.
Please hold.
I think that's Yulman. Kikimura? I think Ikikimura starts with an I. If I'm basing it off the Witcher spelling though. Completely cleaned out the fridge and cabinets. Report stolen food. Wine all over the floors. It's absolutely disgusting. Yeah, so somebody broke in and cleaned out your fridge and cabinets. That sounds like these. And then they left. And it said it's only good for hearing thieves cackle after the fact. They do giggle. So I think this is Yulman. I think that's Yulman. Because there's laughter and there's your food being stolen. Okay, that was Yulman. Ooh. I don't see anything resembling an Ikikimura on here. The only one I remember that did fabric was the Yule Cat. There's a puka. That's that creepy thing.
It's in my cornflakes.
This is the goat.
It's in my
Please
Yep,
hold.
yep, that's the goat. Yep. Sightings of goats throughout the house. Yeah. Strange coincidences and imagined sounds of bleeding. Yeah, I think this is the goat. Yule goat. Enjoy. That was right. Nailed it. Nailed it, nailed it, nailed it. Okay.
Please hold.
Is that an avalanche? Unless it's sinking foundation? What do we think? It doesn't sound like avalanche. That I definitely think that's sinking foundation, because it sounds like the house is falling apart, right? There's also this. I don't even know about, like, how am I supposed to help this person at this point? Mice, the Mouse King, Neighbor's Doorway, Perchta, Pine Sprite, Buka, Reanimation, the Saint. I think it's sinking foundation. I think you're experiencing some sinking foundation person that may or may not still be alive. No! That was wrong. What else could that have been? Like, yeah, I don't know what that. Weird.
Hudson here. Pay attention. I've got word from the boys that the Mouse King was last seen wearing a disguise. I repeat, the Mouse King has gone incognito. Be on the lookout for any conspicuous individuals of a rodent-adjacent variety. Hudson out.
What? Okay, the Mouse King's gone incognito apparently. Weird.
Hey, I think some kind of wild animal's in my house. Our poor wooden floors are scratched to hell and back, and there's a bunch of sap and needles and stuff around the place.
Okay.
Please, could you send somebody over to find this thing and get it the hell out of my place? Hey, sit quiet, boy. Sit down, hey!
Please hold.
Okay, I know what that is. That's the... Where was that thing? What was it even called? I don't remember what it was called. Shit. I think it was high up. This thing. Yeah, you. And the dog didn't like it, so... So, I was wondering if I got like below 50% we'd be screwed, but maybe it's 0, so maybe I have quite a big... what's the word? I have a little bit of extra wiggle room here. Yeah, so that's the one I didn't get. That's the one I didn't get. Don't know what that is. I'm guessing it was this. Circular stone formations known to appear around homes. A feeling of instability and sinking. The center will lower into a pit and then they'll be trapped. So that was a clock.
Please, you have to help me. I think my husband has joined some kind of cult.
Oh.
He's not acting like himself lately, and I found what looked like satanic symbols in the attic, along with what looked like a scarecrow in the center.
Okay. I'm actually kind of worried about this one, because... What was the one that made the scarecrow things? It turned people into scarecrows? What was that? Perchta. Yeah, break-ins, nightly, shed skin. Nearby humans as makeshift scarecrows. So I don't think it's that. But you mentioned scarecrow. So it's the other thing. Hans. Straw sneaking in the homes and domains. Appearance of strange markings, the faint sounds of rustling, or occupants suddenly behaving abnormally. Yeah. I think it's a Hans. You also mentioned something to the scarecrow, and this thing's made out of straw, so... So you're rich. That was right. Cool. Nail it.
Our house is falling apart. The floorboards are cracking, the doors aren't closing properly, and nothing is draining anymore. Something very strange is happening, and I suspect it has something to do with my neighbor's renovation project. I've been seeing people hauling around giant rocks all week. Who knows if they damaged something on my property?
Please
okay, I
hold.
specifically remember something mentioning that trouble draining. I think this is sinking foundation. Cracks in walls or ceiling, uneven floors, or drains not working properly. Floorboards are cracking, the doors aren't closing. And nothing is draining. So I think this is this. I think the one we saw earlier was the clock. Because they mentioned being trapped in their home. So that was the one I got wrong. But I think this is sinking foundation. It has so many of the things. People hauling around giant rocks all week. But wait a minute. Come on, that was a red herring then. Giant rocks. Who carried around giant rocks?
Someone stole our competition out from under us. I know it's those no-good Derricksons. They've always been jealous of us taking the annual Grand Gingerbread Master Award. Oh, well, rather than improve their own skills, they decided to break into our home last night and steal our post office. I found poor little postman Peter collapsing pieces on the floor, right next to a big hole with the burned remains of our post office inside. The police won't do anything. Can you come and perform a citizen's arrest?
What the fuck?
Please hold.
So I guess that one was the clock too. Well, then what was the first one? Because that person wasn't talking about not being able to leave their house. This just said they report clear skies, a feeling of instability, and sinking. That previous person straight up mentioned the drains not working and uneven floorboards, which is straight up listed by this. Yeah, and they didn't mention sinking. I mean, the rocks, I guess. Peer outside homes, yeah. Interesting. Someone stole our competition. They've always been jealous. I'd improve their own skills. Decided to break into our home last night and steal our post office. What is this person talking about? Are you okay? Competition gingerbread houses is what it is. Right next to a big hole with the burned remains of our post office inside. So, who would destroy food? Somebody that destroys food. Burned hole is weird though. Collapsed in pieces on the floor in the yard right next to a big hole with the burned remains. So then they just set it on fire? I wonder if the ogress was one of the people's houses that was falling apart. Yeah, I don't know with this one. I don't know anyone that would come in and, like, screw up food? I feel like the big hole with burned remains is like... Because it's clearly something that grabbed it and then went and burned the stuff. Burned hole in a yard. Oh yeah, there's Dorcha. Yeah, I don't know if I'm getting this one. Not that. Definitely not you. I mean, erratic behavior from neighbors. We don't get a lot from this. And they effectively get turned into zombies, so there's no way that's it. We've used Lucy before. This says it consumes large amounts of food and beverages if invited inside. The neighbor's doorway was a weird one. I don't think it's that. Yeah, it can appear they are known to cause confusion as step through. Do not cause any direct harms. The resulting parallelism will often result in unwanted household activities such as altered behavior, perceived missing memories, and the human who comes from the other side. They basically just lose their memory. Just mentioned I was occupied, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, no, wait. This person had their gingerbread house stolen. And we don't know why. Riots, heists, and assassinations. Squeaking, scratching, and seeing strange mouse behavior such as mouse coordination or attempts at communication. Install our competition. I noticed there's no good Derricksons. They've always been... Rather than improve their own skills, they decided to break into our home, steal our post office, found our poor little postman Peter. The big hole, the burned remains. The police won't do anything. They said keep an eye out for the Mouse King being incognito, but... Yeah. Progress. Perchta. Break-ins, nightly sounds of clattering. I don't think it's Perchta. Pine Sprites, Pipe Hop, Puka. There's just electrical issues. Just the Saint. The Sinner, it's not that. Sugar Wisps. Twilight. I will proceed to consume all things that dwell above and below the soil. You'll cat, you'll goat, you'll... hare... and you'll men. There's not really much at the top. There's antler growths. Like, most of the DLC things are at the bottom. It hasn't been anything from the base game yet, besides the one time it was mouse. Stolen household objects, but that's the thing. It says stolen, not destroyed. Would the animation take it outside and burn it in the front lawn? Gift tag just goes in and leaves things and doesn't really do anything else. It just leaves twigs and sticks. Because I looked at that one thinking like maybe if it got angry or something it would do something, but no. See, it's just resembling an elderly old woman, slips in the home and often leaves behind trinkets. It's harmless. Yep. Hunt, kobold, lamp sprite, laundry, the locomotive, Lucy the mare. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I actually have no idea. It doesn't seem like any of the new things. It says stolen food, but they didn't eat it, they burned it. The only thing I can even equate with fire is the Mouse King. Known for leading and recruiting in nefarious activities such as riots, heists, and assassinations. Strange mouse behaviors. Like, this is all I can think of. None of the other ones really fit it well. This one doesn't either. I'm gonna try the Mouse King. Like I said, it hasn't been any of the old ones, like, ever. Except for when I put in mice. But animation, it just says they steal stuff. It's never said that they dig a hole and burn something. This is gonna be wrong, but... that was wrong. Well, we might get more information about it. Why it was wrong. Because, yeah, like I said, like, none of the other ones have been, like, there's been other times where I thought, like, oh, maybe some of these would come up. They never do. So I don't think it's animation either. I don't know what it would have been, but we'll see if they call back.
I'm not sure who else to call about this, but, something very weird is going on in our neighborhood. Some strange man in a large trench coat and Halloween mask is going around ringing neighbors' doors, carrying some kind of paper or notes. He hasn't come to my house yet, but I'm very afraid of what they might be up to. Pepper, stop scratching the door. He's going to think we're home.
So this isn't the Yule Cat. Large trench coat and Halloween mask is going around ringing, carrying some kind of paper or note.
Please hold.
Is that the saint? No, you would have heard a horse. And you just leave strange artifacts on the doorsteps. Who walks around carrying a note? Teeth, not you. Sure. We've already used false carolers before. They're not. There wasn't any singing. It said they approached the entrances, but these last few have been quite hard. Large trench coat and Halloween mask. Huh. Wait, what if this is the Mouse King? They said the Mouse King was using a disguise and the cat didn't like it. Strange man in a large trench coat. You are disguised. Carrying some kind of paper or note. Recruiting. Riots, squeaking, scratching, and seeing strange mouse behavior such as coordination or attempts at communication. I think this is Mouse King. I think this is Mouse King. Because none of these other ones make sense to me. The only other one I wanted to look at was the center. Nope, you just break into homes. I think this is Mouse King, especially since we were warned about the disguise earlier. That was the Mouse King! Oh my god, we got one. Jesus. Finally. God. We're at 50% cheer. So that doesn't help at all. I don't know what your problem was. They're alive and they're taking everything. Postwoman Patty, no, come back. I don't know what that one is. Something tiny and stealing, that's it. I have no idea.
I need you to send out someone to change out our locks. My mother-in-law has finally gone far enough, and I've had it with her. I don't know how, but I think she's managed to get a copy of my key to come in and leave these creepy little dolls for my kids at night.
Hey.
I saw that old bag myself on the security camera. It's a bit fuzzy, but I can make out those crony old arms of hers.
Yeah, some of these are so easy, and the other ones are like, yeah. I don't even think brownies are in here. Do you just mean Hobbs? Like Hobbs in general? My shift has ended. My accuracy was 60%. I sucked. Okay. Phenomena cited across all northern territories. Currently feeding. Very high. Increased levels of cheer spreading is highly advised. Hey, what are you doing here on Christmas, dog? Unfortunately, we don't know why. I'm sorry this always falls on your plate, especially with the extra madness going on at pest control. Today's gonna be a rough one. We'll hope to see you tomorrow, dude. Okay. One final day. Christmas Day. Oh, the cheer levels are not going to stay high enough. Not at all. Okay, and we got nothing new, so... Do you vote yet? I already voted. Send in my absentee. Yeah, we did absentee ballots, got them mailed.
Hudson here. We almost had him, but that little royal pain has given us the slip. He was last seen hightailing it towards the head office with his swarm in tow. I repeat, you have a whole gaggle of mice coming your way. My boys are coming in to break the walls down. We're gonna seize the king no matter what. Tell your buddies up at IT they're gonna have plenty of work ahead of them tomorrow. That's how it has to be. Hudson out.
Oh my god, okay. Permissions have been updated, new entries? Wait, there wasn't even another one in the list. What? There's no new entries.
Greetings, Rebecca. I'm certain that you've seen the skies today. The light's gaze has fallen upon us. I'm calling to wish you and the rest of the caller response team the best of fortunes. I know I need not remind thee that this day is one of great import, and is to be treated with the utmost gravity. Spread much merriment, and cheer to all you can, and I hope to see you all on the morrow.
I need to vote it and get my mail in despite them being sent out on September 19th. Oh my god. Yeah, we got ours like pretty immediately. So where's the new thing? Did they just update the Mouse King one?
Hey, we got your packet, and it's garbage. I still don't know whether or not there was damage done to my house. I'm hearing now that several kids in the neighborhood are either dead or missing. So if that doesn't say serious earthquake damage, I don't know what does. I'll be taking my business elsewhere.
Yeah, so that was the evil Polar Express. Putting some garlic bread in, so I'm back to see the Mouse King deposed of as the king of rodents. Can you tell this mysterious he to give me some garlic bread? Because that sounds amazing. Some unknown number calls you. I don't answer unknown numbers ever. So no. Also, hey Chai. Later. Yeah, that's the other one I didn't call right on.
Some Christmas-hating hooligan has broken into our house. I heard them fiddling around last night with God knows what and came downstairs to find they disappeared. They even drank all the milk we left out for Santa. Thankfully, my kids are none the wiser.
Hmm?
Please hold.
Drank the milk you left out for Santa, huh? Is that Yulman? Clattering or giggling, hooligans broken into our house. I'd been fiddling around last night with God knows what. Came downstairs to find they disappeared. They drank the milk we left out for Santa. Hob? God, which one though? Like I said, it hasn't been any of these before. This one just eats dust. Oh, wait. Hobbs cannot be compelled to leave of their own once nestled. Instead, one should take measures to prevent provoking metamorphosis by leaving out a bowl of cream or milk. Okay, this might be it, actually. Because it specifically drinks milk. Okay, that was it. That was the common hob. Okay, so it can be the regular ones. It just seems incredibly rare. I've only had mice and common hob be one of the ones.
Is it normal for a northern lights to show up in broad daylight for us folks in Texas? The sky's been looking real strange all day. Could a power plant be leaking nearby or something? Looks like the sky went all radioactive, if you know what I mean.
I got you, friend.
Please hold.
Yeah, this is the thing they've been talking about. Yep. You got yourself a twilight there, partner. Yep, the vampires are taking over. They're gonna do it. Well, hopefully we can stay at least 50 cheer level.
They tried taking my baby! I boarded everything up, but I think I made them mad. I hear something coming. Something coming from the mountains. Listen to this. You have to help me!
Please hold.
Wait, what? Uh-oh. We haven't had the network error happen in a while. Put everything up and didn't think I am mad. I hear something from the mountain. Listen to this. It's rhythmic rumbling. The mountain warlock did rumble. I feel like it has to be mountain warlock. I don't remember them saying they ever tried to take kids. The only other thing I can think of is the sinner, because it specifically tries to take kids. It is rhythmic rumbling, though. Like I said, the sinner specifically eats children. Like, it breaks in the houses to eat children.
They tried taking my baby! I boarded everything up, but I think I made them mad. I hear something coming. Something coming from the mountains. Listen to this. You have to help me!
It sounds big, too. And you would say, they tried taking my baby. I think I made them mad. So what I'm thinking this is I think it's Yuleman came and tried to steal the child. And it said if you see Yuleman, an ogress is probably not far behind. And we have not used Ogress yet, and that sounds big. I'm gonna go Ogress. Nailed it!
There's a nudist in our neighborhood. I contacted the authorities about this pervert crisis, but they told me to call you instead. Last night, I saw my neighbor darting through the neighborhood completely in the nude. The pervert looked like he was terrified of being caught, as he's right to be. I need you to send someone over to arrest this nuisance right now.
Please tell me my network is back.
Please hold.
Oh my god, it's back. So there was one where you had to fix the problem by being, by running out naked. Remember? Yeah. Yeah, you got yourself a Yule Cap. Yeah. Got yourself a Yule Kitty. Yeah, Leafy's in the neighborhood. Hey, Sage. Did all of you know if you, on Discord right now, I posted it in Leafy's Discord because it's funny. If you post a nose emoji and hover over it, on desktop Discord specifically, if you post a nose emoji and hover over it, Wumpus...
Oh, thank God you answered. I don't know how long we have before the power goes out again, but please, you have to send somebody out here. I'm at 451 Grover Lane. The storm is bad. It's really, really bad. And my mom got caught in a storm on her walk, and now she's in pain. I didn't know who else to call. What do I do?
Okay, yeah. I think I know which one this is. So, if you post a nose emoji in Discord right now, on Discord desktop, and hover over it with your mouse, Wumpus, the little Discord mascot, will appear on the right side of your Discord client and throw a bunch of feet emojis in the air. I shit you not. It also works if you post a pumpkin emoji. If you post a pumpkin emoji, Wumpus throws a bunch of candy. And at first I thought it was just the Discord devs being weird, but no, it's probably a play on Trick or Treat Smell My Feet. It is not a trick, I promise you. I promise you. Your Discord has to be updated. But you can go in, as long as your Discord's updated, if you post a nose emoji and hover over it, it will just throw feet at you. It feels like a joke. I thought it was too when I first saw it. Yeah, there's a Halloween ringtone in notifications. Yeah, I didn't know Leafy worked at Discord. So yeah.
Please hold.
This is the hunt. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this is the hunt. Because it mentioned a big storm. Bear, 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 bear. Hey, that was right.
We need help. I think we're caught in an avalanche. I don't know what to do. Everything is shaking.
Okay. Let me post something in here so people aren't wondering why Gondola posted this. Nah, leave some mystery to spice things up. Absolutely not. We need help. I think we're caught in an avalanche.
Please hold.
Everything is shaking. Yeah, it's not the locomotive. I don't think that's an avalanche. Antler growths are going to show up at some point. Lucy, the Mare, Mice, Mountain Warlock, the Mouse King, Neighbor's Doorway, Night Gnome, Ogress, Pine Sprites, Perchta. Everything is shaking. Is this Mountain Warlock again? I think this is Mountain Warlock again. That's all I can think of. You say shaking and avalanche, so... that was right. So that's the second time we've used Mountain Warlock, actually. It's one of the only ones that's come up twice.
Hey, yeah, there's something real strange happening outside our house. The sky looks all green, and I have a bad feeling about it. A real bad feeling.
Please
Okay,
hold.
that would be the... whatchamacallit again? God, what is it called? The Twilight. Just want those jerk kids off my lawn. What if it's Harry coming to visit? Bow, 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 bow.
There's someone trying to spy on my son Richie and I. Just the other night, while it was raging outside, some prankster with a death wish came to our door and just absolutely hammered on it and left before I could answer. This kid left some kind of weird-looking orb on our porch, so I punted it into the trash. Probably some kind of spy camera to case the joint with.
Please hold.
No, that would be the Saint. And now you're gonna get murdered by the sinner, by the way. Or your child's gonna get murdered by the sinner. Can I warn you about both of these things? I feel like I should warn this character about both of these things. Because you're supposed to leave the Saint's gift on your doorstep. If you don't, it's gonna come into your house and eat your children. Let's see, a large breaking into homes and devouring human children. Chainsaws, broken doors, windows, highly dangerous to children. Yup. Will not enter the homes with those of a gift from the Saint at their doorstep. As such, it is advised not to remove these gifts on the night of a snowstorm. So I think it's the Saint. I think it's the saint. But your kid's gonna get devoured by the sinner since you punted the orb away. So... yeah. That was right. That was the saint. Rip your kid, though. Because now the sinner's gonna devour. That's the big suck.
Ah. Trying to bite people. Please send help over. The children can't go outside anymore with this lunatic lurching around and chasing the neighbors while wearing this stupid little reindeer headpiece.
That is a white. That is a white. Wait. No, it's not. No, it's not. You mentioned... yeah, trying to bite people. No, it's the antler. It's the antler, because you mentioned the reindeer headpiece. I'm like, oh yeah, he's probably just like wearing a little thing. And he's a white. But no. No, it's the antler growths. Because the antler growths said that it's aggressive. That was a bait. That was a bait. They wanted you to think it was white. I've been waiting on the antler growths forever, too. God.
Souls coughing their lungs out. Did the commies drop a deuce on us? Please confirm. Over and out.
Okay,
Please
Prepper.
hold.
That is a white. Yeah, coughing, hacking. Wandering souls coughing their lungs out. Yep. You got hit by the storm. So, that is a white, friend. There you go. Congratulations, you've made it into a zombie apocalypse. We've done pretty good today. Yeah, you just shoot it. Or stab it.
What's happened to my husband? I came home from a trip and... oh God, it's horrible. The police won't do anything. Please, send someone. What kind of sick person would do something like this? There's so much blood and straw. So much straw.
Please hold.
I mean, it sucks that we have to bury our gay, but I'm pretty sure this is Perchta. Yeah. Sorry, Dennis. That was indeed a Perchta. I've been waiting on that, the scarecrow thing. We're running out of ones that we haven't done yet. Frost wisps.
The lights. They're so beautiful, yet I feel so empty.
Ah.
So empty.
Yep.
Please hold.
William? What was that thing called? Time wisps? Doesn't feel like you saw your future. I thought that was it. Lights, huh? Unlock memory wisp. Okay, no, that's not it. Lamp sprite? It's not lamp sprite. The hunt. Mouse fires, the horde, Hans. Frostwisp? No. We flew elves, dwarves, Dorcha, Dustcob, Common Hob. I mean, I don't suppose it's the thing again, right? It says it makes you feel empty. Thought there was something that we saw that made you feel empty. We still haven't used dwarves. I'm gonna guess the Twilight, I guess. I don't know what else it would be. It was the Twilight. I didn't see the light orbs. I checked memory wisps and the lamp wisps, and there was nothing with that. I don't remember light orbs.
My Greta! She's gone! The police won't do anything, please! You have to help me find Greta! Last night someone broke into the house and took my baby! By the time I got to her, it was too late! I saw them jump out the window! I think they might have been an escaped prisoner or something! They were carrying chains!
Yeah, so you got by the sinner. Congratulations. Sorry, Mariah. We're still doing good on cheer levels.
I think there's something wrong with our heating system.
Aha!
We have all the windows open right now because we're just boiling alive. I've gone to the basement to manually turn off the heater, but somehow it keeps getting turned back on and cranked up way too high.
Okay, well that doesn't... Yeah,
Please
okay.
hold.
So this is finally the dwarves. Yeah. They make, underground burrows. They, live in basements. And, often report increased heating in their homes. So that's a dwarf. Ba-da-doo. You got yourself a dwarf. Ooh. Next caller, please. Thank you.
They're getting closer. I can't bear it. I can't bear it. I can feel it. It's coming for us. For all of us.
Yeah, methinks that's a Twilight again. Methinks that's another Twilight. Indeed it was. Christmas night's a pretty crazy one, huh? Yes. What now?
Hudson here. First off, you're welcome. Me and the boys had to make quite a mess to do it, but we finally done it. Yeah, that's right. We got you, Your Majesty. The rest of them scattered to the winds as soon as we captured their not-so-mighty leader. Spread the good news around the office and maybe call the IT department, some carpenters, and a plumber as soon as you can. Pretty sure that pipe is gonna burst one way or another anyway. Happy Yuletide, season's greetings. Hudson out.
Oh god, you busted a pipe. Ugh. Blech. Nasty. We haven't seen the winter fur yet either. I think this is still like one of the last ones that we gotta do.
You have worked the miracle once again, Rebecca. Thanks to you, the Lights Watch has passed over us once again. You are truly a lifesaver.
With minimal casualties.
As a friendly reminder, the office Christmas party begins on the morrow, so we had best see you there. May the Yule shine upon me and be ever merry, Rebecca.
Alright, we did it. We survived. Nailed it. Do I get to attend the Christmas party? Game? Is this that issue I have with some games where it doesn't play if I have the thing on? Because this thing is soft locked right now. Yeah, this is soft locked, I think, like right at the ending. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's try it, see if it works. I think it saves your progress at the end of like each day. So there's a good chance I would have to redo the final day. Which lasted a little longer. I'm actually just fine with how long that lasted. Okay, let's see. I suppose I should swap back over to this. Seasonal worker. This isn't really a second game. This is just a DLC for the first one. Options? Add skip button to call wait time. So these are things I unlocked by beating the game. Skip button to call wait time might help. So... yeah, okay, it's Christmas Day again. So I can probably skip through and just answer real quick everything. Oh, if this was shorter, you had another game lined up? I do. I might still do it. Because I think that one's not too long either. Where's the skip button?
Hudson here. We almost have...
Missions have been updated. Next call.
Greetings, Rebecca.
Uh-huh.
Hey, we got you.
Yeah. I don't care. I'm sorry. I don't care about your house.
Some Christmas-hating hooligan has broken into our...
Please hold.
Yeah, so that was the common hob. Yep. Skip to the next call is a pretty great feature, I gotta say. I wonder if that was there by default.
Is it normal for a northern lass to show?
Please hold.
Yeah, that's the Twilight, my friend. A lot of these are the Twilight.
They tried taking my baby! I boarded everything up.
Please hold.
Okay, so that was the mountain warlock. Oh no, that was wrong. What was that then? Oh no, that was the ogress, wasn't it? Yeah, it was the ogress, not the mountain. That's right.
There's a nudist!
Please hold.
Yeah, that would be the Yule Cat.
Oh, thank God you answered. I don't know how long we have before the power goes out again, but please.
Please hold.
This was the hunt. The hunt. Well, at least we got to see that, I guess. That sounded like one of the crow things, though.
We need help. I think we're caught in an avalanche. I don't know what to do. Everything is shaking.
This is the one that was the mountain warlock. Yeah. This was the mountain warlock.
Hey, yeah, there's something real strange happening outside our house. The sky looks all green, and I have a bad feeling about it. A real bad feeling.
Please hold.
That would be the Twilight again.
There's someone trying to spy on my son Richie and I. Just the other night while it was raining.
Please hold.
That was the Saint.
Please hold.
So, yeah, reindeer headpiece. That is antler gross. Okay, I think we're almost at the end now. Like I said, hopefully this works. And I can see the ending.
Hello? Are the lines still...
Please hold.
That is a white.
What's happened to my...
Please hold.
That would be... Percha? Perchta?
Please hold.
That is the Twilight. Yeah, you don't realize how many calls you get in one day until you're redoing them all. You get a fair few of these things.
My Greta! She's gone! The police won't do anything, please! You have to help me find Greta!
Please hold.
That is, the Sinner. Bum, 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 bum.
I think there's something wrong.
Please hold.
This was dwarves. Okay, I think this was the final one.
They're getting closer. I can't bear it. I can't bear it. I can feel it. It's coming for us. For all of us.
Please hold.
That be the Twilight. Alright. Did I win? Uh-oh. I think it borked again. So what I think just happened... Okay, never mind. There we go, guys. Okay, God. So what you can't click...
You have worked the miracle once again, Rebecca.
Uh-huh.
Thanks to
Okay,
you,
okay.
the Lights Watch has passed over us once again. You are truly a lifesaver. As a friendly reminder,
Hey!
the Christmas party
It's
begins
Rebecca and
tomorrow,
Rodney.
So we have to see you there. May the Yule shine upon thee and be ever merry, Rebecca.
Hey! Yeah, no, not a bad end. We got it. Additional entry art, The Sinner. The most fun. So I think the reason this didn't play was that issue that sometimes weirdly happens. What is that? Hi? Hello? Special thanks to patrons? They have a Patreon? Oh yeah, when I looked at the credits, because I was like, oh, there might be something hidden on the credits. Because I thought it was that kind of game. But no, it's just the credits. Alright. There's Home Safety Hotline Seasonal Worker. I guess I gotta fix my thing. But that was good. It's more Home Safety Hotline, so...